Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Today was the first day of, they call it the tampering period of the NFL. So, as I promised, we going to go through one day at a time, talk about everything. So, of course, you got me today to talk about the heavy hitters that happened on Monday, March 10th. Tomorrow, it'll be me and Steven at Steven_Springs. Shout out to the homie. Wednesday, I'll do the same thing. So, kind of what we're going to end up doing is he's not going to. No, that's not happening. We're just gonna go through every single trade. So there's like 3 or 4 different channels that I'm going to end up walking through. One is, of course, Shefty himself. The other one is Dove Kleiman. Sometimes I'll use Pomp. And then the final one, oh, that's regular. The final one, I'm pretty sure it's this guy, Jeremy. I guess, I mean, yeah, but no. Is he announcing anything? He announced anything of value? Oh, I know who the other one is. Ian Rappaport. So those are the 3 I'm going to use just for my sources. And then I have some side sources, but we'll get into that in a little bit. So kind of just going through everything. Where do we even start with this? Let's start the earliest. God dang, we are going to be doing this for a minute. Anyways, chat, as I keep going through this, because I'm trying to start at when everything started, and then we'll get to what recently just happened. For anyone that doesn't know, Sam Darnold is going to the Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith is going to the Las Vegas Raiders. He's pairing back up with Pete Carroll, so that's another thing over there. Chip Kelly's out there as well. I'm curious what they're going to do at wide receiver. That's probably one of the main things I'm trying to look in to see. The other one, Aaron Rodgers, we're trying to figure out where he's going. Justin Fields, 2 years, $40 million is going to the Jets. So that's 3 quarterbacks off the market. They're saying that the Giants are still in the market. They don't know necessarily if the Giants are going to. Is that the last one? Oh, yeah. They don't know if the Giants are going to try and get Aaron Rodgers or what they're going to end up doing over there. But kind of going through everything. So to start, JC Horn, and I spoke about this on Twitter, and I'm kind of going to use this platform now to explain myself a little more. I don't fully understand why he would have elected to end up going back to the Panthers. Unless you think something really big is about to happen there, or unless you're only caring about the money, which it is life-changing money. Don't get me wrong. JC Horn got 4 years, $100 million, $25 million per year, $70 million guaranteed. So a couple of things with that. Number one, if any of y'all ages want to come on this show, hop on, because I absolutely would love to talk to you guys about anything. Number two, let me get some of this money, because the amount of money they be getting is insane. That's the first one. Congrats. Highest paid out there. Next, highest paid cornerback for anyone that was wondering, which that's the other thing. You know, the market's going to just keep resetting itself with all this TV money. Go get it. I'm not mad at you guys for it. Jalen Warren, he received a second round tender, $5.3 million with the Steelers so far. The next one, Khalil Mack, $18 million fully guaranteed for 1 year. My man is still doing it. Bosa, they released. So that's kind of something big that the focus is going to be him. Ben Bredesen, guard, is got 3 years, $22 million, $12 million of it guaranteed. So congrats, sticking with Tampa. Re-signing again. So Evan Brown, guard, is sticking with the Cardinals, 2 years, $11.5 million. Honestly, I just love to see it. Just get your money. Other one, we got Chris Godwin. So he had options to go other places. I know also the Patriots were interested in him, but he's sticking with his trio with Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans. The weather's nice. You can't really be mad about that. 3 years, $66 million, $45 million guaranteed. Another big shout out there. Jalen Moore agreed to a 2 year. So he used to play for the 49ers, now going to the Chiefs. O-lineman, 2 years, $30 million. That's $15 million a year. Congrats. The top centers off the board, and Drew Dalman, He got a 3-year, $42 million, $28 million guaranteed. Big thing for me is this guaranteed money. And congratulations when you are getting your guaranteed money. Now, the next one that we do have is BJ Hill is sticking with the Cincinnati Bengals, 3 years, $33 million. My big thing is you still got to pay Hendrickson, you got to pay T. Higgins, you got to pay Jamar Chase. I don't know where all this money is going to come from or how it's going to get to the place it needs to get to. Maybe you all know much better than me, but please explain to me how everyone's going to get their money. Javon Kinlaw got a 3-year, $45 million, $30 million guaranteed. So that's more than half of the contract is guaranteed. Congrats for you. We got another one in Jimmy Garoppolo, small time thing, backup quarterback, gets a 1-year deal. And then who is this? Oh, the Jaguars are signing Jordan Lewis, 3 years, $30 million, $20 million fully guaranteed. And he becomes the highest paid nickel. So this is something that Steven and I have talked about before. Back in the day, it was just you had your outside corners, and then maybe you had your slot. They called them differently. But now you have your outside corners, your slot corner, you have your dime package corner, nickel corner. It just depends on the package that you're playing and these different corners. So if you can play your role and position well, you will get paid. Don't try and do something you're not good at, or don't try to fit into another scheme that might not be for you. The right scheme will end up getting you paid. And you clearly see that. Another one, left tackles, tight. Oh, the Titans end up agreeing to another left tackle lineman, Dan Moore, 4 years, $82 million, $50 guaranteed. Other big thing in this is congratulations to all these agents, because I'm seeing CAA a couple of times. Clutch, you've seen the Patriots are signing Carlton Davis to a 3-year, $60 million. Something I want to bring up since we're on this topic right now. Let's see if I can get to it quickly. All right, so as everyone knows, Mike Vrabel's the new coach over there. He loves defense. He will focus so much on defense. We'll have to figure out what he's going to do on offense, but he signed Milton Williams, $26 million a year from the Eagles. Carlton Davis III, $20 million cornerback. Harold Landry III, $14.5 million outside linebacker. Robert Spillane, $12.3 million linebacker. And then he went offense, Morgan Moses, $8 million. So you kind of see where they're putting their money, and that's kind of been the main focus. Dan Moore, as I mentioned, CAA. Derek Barnett, congrats to him. He got a 1-year, $5 million contract. Money is money. Carlton Davis got 3 years, $60 million, 34.5 guaranteed. Still solid. Morgan Moses, as we said, 3 year, $24 million, 20.5. And he is 34 years old. Get your money. The big one was Milton Williams getting that $26 million. Congratulations to you on that one. Another one, former Raiders safety Trayvon Mulrig, 3-year, $51 million. Again, CAA. So you see where these big companies, they get those players. So that's kind of another big thing. Nick Mullins, congratulations, going to the Jags. 2 years, $6.5 million, $3 million guaranteed. Again, money is money. I ain't gonna be mad. That's more money than I got, so I'm not gonna be mad at none of y'all for it. And then Sam Darnold, 3-year, $100 million. That's like $33.333 million a year. Because of what he did, he ended up getting this contract. What he did last year. So now he's set. Congratulations for that. Now you have JSN. That's the big one. Lockett's gone. Metcalf is gone. It's JSN's turn. I promise you, he's going to show you guys what he did at Ohio State. Watch him run it back again. I wouldn't be surprised. So congrats. Get your money wherever you can. And then Gino, now is with the Raiders, as we mentioned. Eric Murray, 3-year, $22.5 million, $12 million guaranteed, going to the Jags. That was broken by Maurice Jones-Drew. Actually, the other one that I really love is Justin Fields, 2-year, $40 million, $30 million guaranteed. Again, something I brought up. Mike Tomlin is such a for the people type of coach, and you can kind of see it in what he did right now. So Mike Tomlin um, was able to end up getting Justin Fields, Russell Wilson in this situation, and you really can't be mad at it. Like, he got them paid, they're taken care of, and then he'll bring another quarterback, whether it's a bridge quarterback or a quarterback that he genuinely wants for the long term, but he's going to look out for them. Next one, former safety Cam Bynum agreed to a contract with the Colts, 4 years, $60 million. Get your money. Again, as I said, get your money. $15 million a year, basically, on that one. Clutch Sports. I'm gonna try and call out all the different agencies because that's another important thing. The Bears are giving Dio O. I'm not going to pronounce the last name because I don't want to butcher it. 3 years, 48 million, 16 million per year, 32 million guaranteed. This money is just everywhere out there. Another one that we got is Josh Palmer's going to the Bills. 3 years, 36 million, 18 million guaranteed. That's another solid one. Diami Brown used to be on the Commanders. Got a 1 year, $10 million contract worth up to 12 million, of course, with incentives over there. Talanoa Hufanga has agreed to a 3 year, $45 million contract, 20 million guaranteed at signing. Deal was negotiated by Equity Sports. So that's another one out there. Congrats to them. I will have to look up them some more. Josh Sweat, Super Bowl champion from the Eagles, 4 years, 76.4 million, including 41 million guaranteed. Agreed to by Drew Rosenhaus. Get your bread, man. Love that for you as always. Luke Farrell agreed to a contract with the 49ers, 3 years, up to $20.25 million, $11 million guaranteed. Again, I love that guaranteed money no matter what. Another one we have is Aaron Banks is expected to sign with the Packers, so Jordan Love gets protection over there. What else do we got from him that has not been said yet? Oh, here's a big one. So the Texans are finalizing a trade to send Pro Bowler Laramie Tunsil to the Commanders. That's impressive. So the full term of this deal is a second rounder and a fourth rounder next year to the Texans, plus a third rounder this year. So 3 picks, and Houston sends back a fourth rounder and Laramie Tunsil. So essentially the fourth rounders will cross themselves out. So they're giving them a second next year and a third this year for them. Solid. If you look at where Laramie Tunsil started to where he is now, you got to be happy for the man for that. Going back to Aaron Banks, it's 4 years, $77 million, $63 million in the first 3 years. So congratulations on that one. Jeremy Chin, the Raiders agreed to a deal, 2 years, $16 million, 75% of the deal fully guaranteed at signing. Get your bread, fam. You can't be mad at that. The Commanders just have been doing it. You got to be happy for them. Brandon Stevens, 3-year deal, $36 million with the Jets. Robert Hainsey has agreed to terms with Jaguars, 3-year, $21 million. And this deal was done by CAA, so congrats to that. Nate Hobbs, 4 years, $48 million, signing with the Raiders. So you kind of see what the Raiders did. I think that's so far only one that I've mentioned so far was Nate Hobbs. I'm going to bring up the other one in a second, I think. Malcolm Kuntz is headed back to the Raiders, 1 year, $12 million. Again, this money's just getting thrown around everywhere at this point. Milton Williams, I mentioned that. He's also made it official, letting everyone know about that. What is this? What the heck? So there's a trade that happened today. The Browns are acquiring Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett from the Eagles in exchange for Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 2024 fifth-round pick, originally from the Lions. So Kenny Pickett comes in to complete and add to the Browns quarterback room. I wasn't really seeing that. What that really means is Cleveland is going all in to focus on some sort of quarterback that they'll have for the future. I don't know what that'll be, who it'll be, when it'll be, where it'll be, but Cleveland is absolutely looking for a quarterback in that. Josh Dobbs agreed to a 2-year deal, essentially being the backup for the Patriots. Charvarius Ward is signing with the Colts on a 3-year deal worth up to $60 million, $35 million guaranteed, including a $20 million signing bonus. This deal, who is this? Universal Sports Management. So that's another one over there. Texans are signing pass rusher Darrell Taylor He gets 1 year, 5.25 million. If anyone's listening to this saying, are you going to talk about it more? Yes, I got you. Don't worry. There are some that I really do love, and I kind of want to explain those more in depth. Zach Wilson got a 1 year deal with the Dolphins. Congratulations, especially where he came from. Deshaun Wharton signed with the Panthers, 3 years, $54 million, 30 million guaranteed. Linebacker Malik Harrison to the Steelers, 2 year, $10 million. The Vikings are expected to sign 4-time Pro Bowl Colts center Ryan. He gets 2 years, 18 million. And then Oren Burks. So the Bengals continue to solidify their defense as they are closing in on a deal for Eagles. Oren Burks. He gets 2 years, $5 million. Fine. That's good because, Nakobe Dean's going to end up stepping up there. Or the last offseason to make. Oh, he's making a comeback. Oh, the Commanders are hosting Michael Gallup. We'll see how that ends up going. Darius Slayton re-signed with the Giants, 3 year, $36 million. What else do we have? Oh, Patriots have agreed to terms with Mac Hollins. He must love the cold at the rate he goes. 2 years, $8.4 million. That maxes out at $10.4 million. So clearly incentives over there. Darius Slayton gets his 3 years, $36 million. And then, as everyone knew, Myles Garrett got his big contract. Devontae Adams is going to the Los Angeles Rams. Javonte Williams signed a 1 year, $3 million contract with the Cowboys. Congrats, the Cowboys made a deal. The Broncos are expected to sign Dre Greenlaw, 3 years, $35 million. Solid. Another one that's important is the Chargers looking into Najee Harris. So pay attention if that deal ends up getting done. Let's kind of see. Yep, I think we made it to the top of that one. I don't think anything. Oh, Cooper Kupp is not going to be there anymore. If they sign Devontae Adams, you kind of know that that's kind of how it was going to go. If we look at the different players that left from the 49ers, Aaron Banks, Travarius Ward, Talanoa Hufanga, Dre Greenlaw, Jalen Moore, Elijah Mitchell, Josh Dobbs, and then add to that. Wait, who is that? Shams? Oh, fake Shams. And then add to that Deebo Samuel. All left. So we got to see what the 49ers end up doing there. Again, you got to play with the cap in a lot of these situations. But for the most part, I believe that is most of what I wanted to bring up in terms of that. So now I can talk about the teams that have won so far. Number one, it shows you Puka Nacua is the star over there in Los Angeles. Wide receiver. The wide receiver core. Devontae Adams will help guide and lead Puka Nacua. Matthew Stafford has 2 solid receivers over there. I'm not mad at it. So that's good. I love what the Commanders are doing. Even though I've been a big Eagles fan, you can't hate on what the Commanders are doing. They traded for Laramie Tunsil, Deebo Samuel, Javon Kinlaw, re-signed Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, and John Bates. You got him help on the offensive side of the ball, and you got him a receiver. So he has receivers. He's getting his anchors to protect him, and you can focus on defense. What I feel the Commanders should do going into the draft now, probably look for a younger tight end, potentially running back, throw the rest of your resources into the defense. Maybe late in the draft, you can get a wide receiver, just of course, to fill out whatever might be over there. In terms of the Eagles, am I concerned? No, not. Oh, it's Jeremy Fowler. That's who I messed up. The Eagles, I'm not concerned at all because you have all those Georgia Bulldogs for a reason. You knew these, I wouldn't call them old. I would say more experienced players were going to leave. And now you're just putting yourself in a situation for, all right, you know what? These players are going to leave. Let me now focus on these Georgia Bulldogs I have. Let's draft again like we did before. Now let's look for that next college that we need to just draft all the players from. You have Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter anchoring the middle. You have Nakobe Dean as well, and you have Nolan Smith. Let them get involved. You got 4 right there, fill in things around them. This is why you have this roster. You have Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, corners. So now just filled out. You got your young boys. Let's see if we can run it back. If they don't even make it to the championship game or the Super Bowl, you can maybe make it to the NFC Championship. That's still a win for you to get that far. What the Chiefs did 2 years back-to-back winning and then almost winning again. Not really almost. But that's something that just goes into management as a whole and what they've done. So you have that. Also, just remember they have Marshawn Lattimore on the Commanders defense too. So that's kind of just something else that I think is really important that not a lot of people are bringing up. And finally, Grady Jarrett. So Grady Jarrett did get a 3-year, $43.5 million contract. All of those are good to see. I want to see if Justin Fields can end up redoing, I guess, his career is the best way to say. He had some tough times over there in Chicago. Clearly, he had a solid part of the year in Pittsburgh. I know some of it was like guaranteed money and stuff as to why he didn't just continue to play, but he got his money there. And Sam Darnold gets 55 million guaranteed. You really can't be mad. Clint Kubiak is his OC over there. So that's mainly what I wanted to bring up and talk about. I will have more for you guys tomorrow, but want to cut it here. Looking forward to bringing up all of this with Steven tomorrow, just talking more in depth. Thank you guys for all the views and support. We're going to continue just holding it down for y'all. Until next time, this is Hayes. We out.